I want to just welcome everybody to the April Lunch and Learn. Thank you so much for being here today. My name is Lindsay Saunders. I'm the Communications Officer for Smithville ISD. And today I have several people with me. I have Dr. Bethany Logan, our Assistant Superintendent here, Miss Candy Beely, our Director of Child Nutrition. I have Dr. Judy Bergeron from the Smithville Public Library. And then I also have Miss Danette Perez. She is our ACE coordinator for our ACE After School program. So very excited that you guys have joined us today. With summer rapidly approaching, we felt it would be appropriate to talk a little bit about both the summer programs available through the district as well as in our community, and also some of the summer learning resources. And those learning resources are not only available in the summer, but they're available all the time to your students, but they are things that you could utilize during the summer to keep that learning going throughout the time that we're off. So I'm going to hand it off to Dr. Bethany Logan. She's going to talk a little bit about those learning resources and how to access them.
Well, welcome everybody and happy Wednesday. I'm just going to briefly go over the academic resources that we have in Smithville ISD for summertime, because we know that you can lose knowledge if we're not using it. For our summer resources, your students have the ability to log in from home, whether it's during the school year or during the summer, with a sign in that they use here at school. And if you would like to know their sign in and they won't share it with you or forgot about it, we can definitely help you out with that. And for the littles, we also have them sign in with a quick card. And so kindergartners, by the time this school year ends, they should know their sign-ins. So just as a frame of reference, if you need logins for your student, we can definitely help you out with that. Once you're in our learning platform of ClassLink, you will see icons for each of our programs that we offer, right? So iReady, if you want your child to practice reading and math over the summer in a game format, iReady has it for you. It'll give you a skill breakdown. It'll show you where they need more practice or a little less if they've already mastered the skill. We also have Prodigy, which is another platform where students can practice math and language arts skills. So on your students sign in, once they get into ClassLink, you'll be able to view all of those resources. For questions regarding how do we get there, if you want to use the QR code for digital learning, this is where you can access all of those things for students. And then we also have the Ascender Parent Portal, which you can access your child's grades and attendance in real time. I highly recommend that. We're constantly monitoring grades and attendance, especially at secondary, where the seat time counts towards course credit. And so really making sure that our students are on time to class and in class on a daily basis is really important. And so that's all I have. But Lindsay, do you want to show everyone where they can see this on the website? So if they have more questions that we can assist?
Yes, absolutely. I'm going to share my screen and show you guys how to find this on, sorry, let me move my stuff around here. So if you go to the Smithville ISD website, are you guys seeing the homepage now? Okay, perfect. If you go to the website and you go to the main menu here on the top right-hand corner, you can go to, there is a section called Parents and Students, and there is a digital learning link there. So if you click on the digital learning link, it will take you to access ClassLink, Google Classroom, our Rooms app, which is our online communication tool, iReady, and then it has just a little information about each of those so you can go back and review again. And then it also here has the actual links to get you there. So if you clicked on ClassLink, that's the one that Dr. Logan was speaking of, it's going to take you to that landing page where you can log in. Now mine's going to probably, oh no, it didn't. I was going to say it's probably going to log me right in, but but this is where they can go to actually get to the login page, and they can either use that QR code if the kids are younger and they have the QR code to scan, or they can just go with their login. So it's very simple to find, an easy way to get to these resources. There is also a link here to the parent portal and the student portal that Dr. Logan spoke of, or direct access to iReady if you don't want to have to go through ClassLink. But it would use the same Google or the student's Gmail sign in with their S number and all of that. So pretty easy to find. And so yeah, that's where you can locate that. Any questions about that before we move on to our next topic? Oh, I need to stop sharing. There we go. Okay, great. Well, Ms. Beely, do you mind talking about summer feeding for us as our next topic?
Yes, I'll be glad to. Every summer we have summer feeding, in which that is where we provide free food for meals for all children 18 and under. They do not have to be enrolled in Smithville ISD. Any child that would be in the area, around the area, can access these meals. They are complete meals. We have some sites which have a congregate site, and those are in the month of June. In the month of June, we have the sites where the students can use, your students can come in, sit and eat lunches there, and breakfast and lunch every day at the elementary school, at Smithville Elementary. We also will have those sites at the junior high school as well during the first 2 weeks of June. After that, we will have also a non-congregate in which you just have to register when you come to pick up your children's meals the first time, but we will be delivering those meals, 3 meals and 4 meals. On Monday, we will be delivering a bulk of 3 meals. On Thursday, we will be delivering a bulk of 4 meals, and that is both breakfast and lunch at these sites. We will begin in June with this distribution at Lake Thunderbird and Rosanke Community Centers. After that, we're hoping by the 3rd week of June, we will be able to start distributing those at MLK Park. We have to have a distance thing there. So it may be we'll have to go somewhere the first 2 weeks, but be looking for that. It'll be on our website, but there will be a distribution site in all 3 of these locations. This year, we are also implementing a evening delivery for parents who are working or have an appointment that day and can't come to pick up their children's meals. And that is at a location be determined, but it will be a very central location in Smithville between 5 and 6:30 in the evening. So these meals will be distributed all the way until the last week of July. And like, again, they do come bulk with breakfast and lunch, 3-day, 4-day. All you have to do is show up with your children the first time, the first pickup, so that we can record the children's names and give you a number. And then after that, you will be able to come pick up your children's meal with just parents. So this is something new this year, that we're going to be able to distribute meals without the children in the vehicle after the first initial time you come. So yeah, we're really excited about the expansion of it. We had over 250 meals that were distributed daily at these locations. And like, again, if you'd like to come in, bring your child into the school, the elementary, the month of June. And then, like I said, now you cannot come the month of June into the elementary and pick up at the non-congregate sites, but whichever is convenient for you, we can make that work. We just want to make sure that all children, now this is not based on income. This is any child, no matter the income, they do not have to qualify for these meals. This is all over the whole pretty much United States. It is, we call them Sun Meals, and it is any child under the age of 18 who can come and receive these meals. So come out and see us.
Yes, and like Ms. Beely said, we will be posting all the details on both our Facebook page, the website. We'll be sending out emails to families so that this is very detailed and you know where you're supposed to go and when it's going to be starting and what those pickup times will be. So just be on the lookout for those things. Okay, great. Thank you. Any questions about summer meals before we move forward? Okay, then I am going to move on to Ms. Perez to talk a little bit about our summer ACE program and a few other things.
Hello, everyone. My name is Danette Perez. I am the ACE coordinator for Smithville ISD, which means I oversee the after-school program and our summer program. Let me see if I can share my screen here. Let's see. Can you guys see my screen now? Okay, so there's a few things I'd like to talk to everyone about. Our ACE applications are going to be live between April 28th and May 9th. They're going to be, so that means they're posted for 2 weeks. You have 2 weeks to apply. It doesn't matter if you get it in on the 28th or if you get it in on the 9th, as long as you get it in within those 2 weeks. How that's going to be communicated out is Smithville ISD will be sending messages to parents, probably via email. And it's also going to be posted on our social media and our website. So that way there's multiple ways that you can have access to put that application in. The goal that I have is I would like to have all acceptance letters and letters of regret emailed out by May 16th. That gives me about a week to kind of process applications. It is a process. There's some more details that are on the application to give you some other dates that you might need to know, like the mandatory parent orientation and things of that nature. But anything prior to May 16th, I will not be able to communicate acceptance or regrets because there are a lot to go through. We'll only be accepting about 60 to 75 students max. And being in ACE now does not necessarily mean you have a spot for the summer program. I don't know why it's not taking to my next. Hang on. Bear with me. I am not I'm not very good with this text stuff. Let's see here. I'm not sure why it's not switching over. Hang on, guys. I'm sorry. Oh, I think I figured it out. Let me try this again. Okay. So ACE is an academic-based program. Our summer hours are Monday through Thursday from 7:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. And that is only the month of June. This summer, we're going to be focused on environmental studies, which includes lessons on recycling, the importance of nature and non-human life, biodiversity conservation, and alternate energies. Another thing that's going on in partnership with the city of Smithville and the author TJ Finn, this is open to everyone and this is happening now. So starting April 23rd, every week we will be having a mental health workshop for youth. Our 4th and 5th grade classes in ACE will be automatically going to these workshops. They are during ACE, but anyone that is in K through 12th grade, even if they are homeschool children, they are welcome to attend these workshops with their families. It's going to take place at Smithville Elementary in the Building 3 cafeteria. We're really excited about this. This author here, shown at the bottom of the screen, she has some really wonderful books that it's on various topics, anxiety, self-esteem, and in the back of those books, she discusses resources for parents and how to handle certain conversations. So I'm really excited about what this is going to bring. And then I wanted to talk really quickly about our summer kickoff program. This is something that Child Nutrition and the Smithville Public Library put on every single year. There's going to be free hot dogs. It's going to be May 30th from 6 to 8 p.m. at MLK Park. We are going to have some fun giveaways. And then there's also going to be some resources in the community that like Dell Children's is interested in coming to pass out things that they are doing in our community to support our families. There's going to be petting zoo, arts and crafts, and just a lot of fun for the kids to have. Last but not least for me, we are also going to continue this mental health workshop for youth over the summer. It's going to be happening on Wednesdays from 9 to 10 a.m. Everyone is welcome. Again, you do not have to be enrolled in ACE for that. But if any students attend, they do need to have an adult with them, no matter what grade they are in. Does anybody have questions on any of that?
Ms. Perez, will those also be in the Building 3 cafeteria as well, or will that be in a different location for summer?
That one should be in the main cafeteria.
Perfect. And again, all of this information can be found as we start to put it out both on our ACE After School program page, on our website, on our Smithville ISD social media. So be sure to check all of those things, and we'll also be emailing those flyers out to our families as well. So questions about any of that information? Thank you so much. That's great info. All right, Miss Judy, I will let you take it over from the library.
Thank you very much. I appreciate Smithville ISD allowing the Smithville Public Library to be here as part of this presentation, because a lot of what was said before me, Dr. Logan mentioned that if they're not using it, they're going to lose it. So to try and keep the knowledge going through the summer, and the library tries to do that through a fun summer reading program. So if we keep the kids reading, keep the adults reading as well, adults can join the summer reading program, and it makes a great role model for the kids. So if we're all reading together and having fun doing it, I think it's important. So I don't have the flyers ready yet because we're still working on the performers, but we've got some great performances lined up to bring the kids to the school. It's just after lunch, so they might be able to get to eat lunch at the cafeteria. They'll be every Wednesday in June at 1 p.m. We will have a performing arts presentation. We've got some magic and music and even a juggling contortionist lined up. So we're going to have a lot of fun, and we hope you'll join us as well. And then, of course, we always try and get a zoo animal show in, and we've got one of those lined up as well. And then the reward for all the month of June and part of July that you're reading is a finale party out at Riverbend Park. And that includes free lunch with Candy Bailey. The school helps us present the lunch for the kids, all the kids 18 and under. And we always have water slides, train rides, lots of fun for the kids, as well as the awards for their reading accomplishments during the course of the event. And then if we're lucky, we get a wonderful show afterwards where we can learn about some of those natural resources. It's a raptor show that we do every year, and they bring such great information about birds of prey. And so we encourage all the kids to attend that as well. We will get the flyers out with the registration forms, and I'll send those through Peach Jar as well. I'll make sure that when we're at the kickoff on May 30th from 6 to 8 at MLK Park, that we will have the flyers then and the registration forms, and we'll encourage everybody to sign up and to keep reading. I just can't say enough about how important it is to keep reading, and that will help when they go back to school in the fall. They're going to have an edge. They're going to have a leg up on the other students when they get back there. So that's why it's important to run these summer reading club programs, and we get to share them. In addition, we have our early childhood literacy programs every Wednesday morning at the library at 10:30 a.m. Those continue through the summer. So they're preschool oriented, but often we get some of the older students that have missed coming to Little Bookworms, and when they're out of school, they like to come in the summer, and they can often help. I think there's nobody too old to attend Little Bookworms. So if they want to help some of the families that have a couple young children, and we do a craft and songs and music and stories. So I'll encourage all the families to look into that as well. Teen activities for those families that have teens. Right now we meet on the fourth Tuesday of every month, but in the summer we're we're talking about expanding that to twice a month. And we've been doing some wonderful video activities, some wonderful expression and craft activities, and all of it is great for their mental health, for social isolation and things like that. So we'll also encourage some of them to attend the workshops that TJ Finn is presenting in connection with the ACE program. So I appreciate that the Smithville ISD is making those available and that we're able to work with Smithville ISD. So thank you.
Thank you, Miss Judy. No, my kids have done Little Bookworms and the summer reading programs over the years, and they love, love, love it. It never disappoints. So thank you so much for all that you do for the community and for our students. Aside from your summer programs, Miss Judy, and these kind of set programs, can you talk just very briefly about just what the library offers in general, like what sort of resources we have available to us every day here in town that people may not know or take advantage of?
Absolutely. Thanks for asking. We have a few books, but but we also we've got computers that people can come in and use. We currently are offering Spanish classes for those that want to learn Spanish, and Roxanne does change that up in the summer sometimes and makes it more like a Spanish camp so that more students can attend, more children can attend, because she has a lot of students that are both adult and children's classes. And we also have access to not just the computers, but at the Smithville Community Gardens, we have some programs in partnership with that. One of them is called Gardens Children, and it's kind of for the preschool set, the early parents or